Hello and welcome back to a new session of Open Roads. I have no idea why I'm so enthusiastic, but anyway, yeah, I think the last time we were just checking out this area with the living boat, and what we have right now is I think we just got the key, and we now just have to open one of the door, which is which one was the door? I mean, this is a door that we can open, but I forgot which it was. I think it was on the top, so somehow I got kind of got reset. So let me just climb up and pretty much go to the door. And there we should be able to find something out. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, maybe to explain a little bit more. Yeah, this is the boat of my potential grandfather. Yeah, because we found out in the last session that, yeah, maybe our grandfather is not a real grandfather. Or, I mean, maybe she's adopted, so then in that case, he's our real grandfather, but yeah, not by blood, that's what I mean. So yeah, let's just unlock the door and check out what's inside. I mean, there are no windows that we can actually check what's inside, right? Just to have a glimpse? Nope. So yeah, just open it, so we have no idea how it looks like inside. Maybe a little bit of glimpse. Yeah, okay, but doesn't matter. Let me just open the door. Okay, this was very anticlimactic. I thought it would be something more, yeah, well, dramatic, yeah. Pick up cigar for whatever reason. I mean, this is not even fully smoked, so this guy just left the cigar here. The lamp that fell down. The globe. A map. A mark. With no text on it. What is that mark, man? If you buy a mark, then at least buy one with some pattern and whatever. Else it's just sad, you know? But what is this? Plan. Something maple room renovation bar and retail something Washington. Okay, I have no idea what this is. They just want to renovate the whole boat, or I don't get it. Yeah, let me just open the drawers, but it's empty. There's a letter I will pick up later, because I want to check everything else first. Okay, there's nothing except really the letter. It's so empty that I thought it's kind of disappointing to have it at all. But yeah, I think this is the only thing that we can find here. So yeah, let me just check it out. Oh no, there's also a key downstairs. Okay, downside. Okay. Let me flip it over. A very long text. Let me just read it. Why not? I've received your latest letter. This is my final response. You say you did this all. Okay, and you say you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you have done, you did for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and always wanted more. You were the one who made the decision to get more money through reckless, illegal means. Okay, he was the bank robber, or the jewelry burglar, whatever. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin, without even telling me, until it was too late to do anything but follow along. I am not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too? Of course they are, but they are mine children as well. I am here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse. But I'm getting used to it, used to doing this on my own, used to speaking for myself. To living this new life, I'm regaining my footing. I'm starting to feel okay. Okay, so I mean, okay, which means now we find out something. I mean, so First of all, he was the thief, burglar, robber, whatever. And he goes to Canada not because they like Canada, but because he just wanna, escape from the law. And he was just a greedy guy who is not satisfied with the money that they have. Okay, then let me read the other side. You say you will do whatever it takes to make me happy. That you will give me everything I've always deserved to have. I don't know how else to tell you this, but I think you already have. All I want now is to be left alone, free to lead this new life by my own means. Do not contact me or the children again. This is over for all of us. I think we're happy once. I hope you find happiness again. Helen. Okay, so I guess we'll most likely not meet our grandfather due to this very closing letter, let's say. And I guess this was the end of them, and they never, I guess, meet in contact again. But I might be wrong, so let's just proceed with the story. So I guess that's it. Let's not ask as a question, but as a stop.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. I don't want to be with a robber who is just escaping from the US because you have stolen some money and want to live your life here miserably, middle of nowhere. No, I'm not at all.
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house.
Yeah.
Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
Well, I guess that's it. So yeah, just put it back, I guess. And this, but there's another key, so the story continue.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you could be so nosy sometimes.
Ah, I totally forgot about the mailbox. But yeah, I think we are done with the house. We are done with Pierre, or at least Helen was done with Pierre. And the only thing we can do is checking the mail. Which is what we will do. Even though she said it's illegal, but I mean, Pierre is most likely not coming back, so... Well, it's still illegal, but at least it's... Well, it's also not justified, but I mean, he probably doesn't care, so... Let me just open it. Well, there's only one letter.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
We just ran through his whole house without permission, but opening the mail is now not good again. Oh, come on, Mom. Live a little. Pretty sure the law front on breaking into people's houseboat too. If this guy was a real father, you're his next to kin, so it's fine.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
Maybe.
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Okay, another huge letter. Sheriff's Department, Gein Country. Return to, well, yeah, this place. So I guess this was kind of wrong address. Your thumb is on it, so I can't really read it. Okay, yeah. .track box blah 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 blah. Return to sender. Unclaimed. No such address. Address incomplete. Move address unknown. Refused by addressee. Insufficient postage. Okay, so Everything is correct, you just didn't put enough money on the stamp. Well, that's on you, man. That's on you. Okay, let me read this text then. To whom it may concern, I now confess my culpability for a spate of burglaries which result in the theft of almost one half of $1 million. Okay, so you really give up? I'm not give up. You just confess yourself. Is this how this is called? I forgot the English word. Fuck. Yeah, he should just tell the authority that he was. I had worked as a property inspector for Geen Country for 10 years. At a poker game in 1966, I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge for cash. Okay, property inspector, that's why you have all those blueprints. Okay, now it makes sense. He and a few others targeted department store and other businesses that carry a large amount of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I become more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceed from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection from the store security. Okay, in a sense, you never really... I mean, you participate, but you were never the burglar. You were just the informant, so to say. Not that it makes it better, but still. I guess on a last perspective, it makes it a little bit better, but you are still on charge of the crime, so... As the time went on, the stores they chooses to hit become riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of the arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety, but that of my family as well. Seeing no other options, I falsified a death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. Wait. I falsified a death certificate with paper I lifted from the county office. I left my wife and daughters to cross the borders under assumed name, giving them instruction to follow me. They never did, and I wish and I regret having asked them to. Wait, no, so okay, wow, plot twist. Okay. So this dude is actually my grandfather. I mean, actually. Okay. So there was no two person. It was really just one guy for the whole time, and grandfather was really the one who, steal. I mean, is Lorek is actually my grandfather. Whoa. What little of my stolen profit remains, I have destroyed. My wife, Helen, knew nothing of my crimes until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She's innocent. My decision to involve myself in this series of crime was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughter alone. This is my confession. Leonard Lambrose. Whoa, okay. This is a plot twist. I've never imagined that this might be a plot twist. What the fuck? Okay, so Leonard is actually Lorek, and he just changed his name because he has to escape from the burglaries situation because, well, it's getting too big for him. So he just escaped it here with another name and want to take the kids and family with him, but of course Helen refuses. So he just kind of lived here alone for the rest of the time, and also fake his death. So we thought he's dead, but actually he's not. So conclusion: he is actually our grandfather, but it's the one who we already know that. Or we thought that he's our grandfather, so in a sense everything is cleared and there are no two grandfather potentially, it's just one with two different names. And I think that sums up.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't
So where's
believe
it?
it.
Well,
So
it
he's
says
not
right
dead.
there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right, right.
Okay.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here. On this dock.
I guess
We
so.
never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Well, it kind of did happen, though, didn't it? Let's be, yeah, consolate and not putting more spice into this situation. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Mom.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time he was here.
Yeah, I guess
He
so.
gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more
Maybe
time.
he's not
And my
dead.
mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While
Right,
she
right.
was alive.
So,
I
I mean,
just-
she knows about this all the time, obviously. I just wish you could have been there for her. Wish she could have trusted you. Wish it didn't turn out this way. Wish you could have been there for her, I guess.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone.
Right, right. It must be
I
a very
can't believe she would do
big.
that to us, lie to
weight.
us her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
I guess you just want to cut ties with.
Maybe she was
with,
trying to protect you.
with
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, with your
August
father.
was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
It's
So,
tough, man. It's
that's
tough, man.
it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back?
I
Do you
guess so.
think he could still be alive?
I mean, it could
I don't
be.
know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It
Understandable.
doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't
guess
want to keep
so.
going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I guess.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
Yeah,
I know I
guess.
haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible,
Aw.
kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking,
Stop, stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
Aw.
I love you, Mom.
Oh man.
I
At
love
least
you,
now
honey.
they are getting along again. That's cool. Man, that's really nice. I mean, the whole story itself is not nice. I mean, because of her father going. Let me check. Okay, I can't check my backpack again. All right, I still have my phone on me. So let me check this paper. I guess it's the same one, because obviously we didn't change it. It's still the one with Pfannkuchen, yes. Then, I mean, I can poke on this again. You're not saying anything, right? If I poke it again and again. Turn on the radio, maybe? Nothing. Some creepy music. I don't know, some pop music, maybe? Well, let me turn it off, because there's probably something I need to read. The registration is still just the same as usual, obviously. The sunglass is also still the same as usual. Then you have the recipe. What did you buy? I think all the stuff are the same, so there's nothing new. And so the only thing we can do is talk to Mom, I guess. Because we can't open our backpack, so yeah, it's really just, hey Mom.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Did we find out
Good
about
question.
the secret?
What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay.Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
That's a
So
good
you asked
impression, I
about
guess.
what happened with me and Dad.
Right.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems, our problems.
Okay, this sounds good.
And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
So it's not really
Is that
gamble.
what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's insane. I don't know what to say. I mean, when you say insane, do you mean like crazy insane? Like in a bad type of insane or in a good type of insane? I would say that's kind of cool, because at the end of the day, it's just a sport. It's like if you're playing any other sport. If you're playing, I don't know, snooker, for example. This is something that my mom watches a lot of time, or many times, or often, or like to watch it. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like that, to be honest. You just play, and even you win or you lose it, so... But then in the other way, it's still gamble. But... Let's say insane, because it is kind of...
That's insane. Didn't anybody tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
Okay.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big?
I guess so.
So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her, to go off and follow his dream?
I
He
guess so.
must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help.
Then why
I
he
think
didn't say?
when I decided we needed to move in with her, to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for.
Well, yeah.
So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you
Like
blame
leaving?
me for ending it?
Let's say no, I get it. I mean, we just got along because of this whole journey, so I don't want to mess it up, so let's say I get it.
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
But he's trying to get the money.
But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, like, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed.
Why you
That I
are
would have
embarrassed?
married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I guess you can still go there.
I think
Why
you
not?
should go.
Yeah.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story.
I
We may
guess
not
so.
always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Are
Did you agree on
you
this?
sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance.
Hmm.
I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret?
I don't
Or
know.
run their own business, run a community theater. That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective,
Not like August.
but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey.
Kind of, yeah,
That-
having an old business
and
is,
that means a
in
lot.
general, quite cool, I would
And
say.
speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Oh, now they're
Thanks,
giving are in
I'm
good terms.
serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
Oh, I like the support.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad.
I mean, the dog was kind of cute. So,
Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
like seeing Kurt? Like doing Kurt, come on. Let's say seeing Kurt. I mean, I don't want to talk with Mom regarding this stuff, so...
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then, even cuter than now.
Is it even possible?
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Well,
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
okay, if you say so.
So,
What is this story?
what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
What? You ask
Yeah.
me?
That's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
Seems like a good choice. I'm not sure. Let's say I'm not sure because my mom wasn't sure as well. So I guess let's like this because I want everyone to be kind of included and happy.
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Whew,
Are you
luckily.
worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through so much this last year.
I wonder what will
You've been
happen
through
if
so
I choose
much.
the other option.
I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone.
Okay.
We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Okay. Making some
Whatever we
side
end
jokes.
up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Aw,
Yeah,
honey.
me too.
Is this the... Yeah, and this is the end, I guess. And this is the end of Open Roads. And I guess this would be just one episode, because there's no reason to split it into 2 episodes. But yeah, I think with that we are through, and this was Open Road. It was not a really long story, but also not really a short story. And I mean, to be honest, I just see it by the numbers. I mean, this game just doesn't hit as good as the other one, the previous one. But I really, from my perspective, I really enjoy this very chill and slow game. Like, I don't need a lot of the masterpiece story or whatever. And yeah, for me, this was just a very comfortable, nice, well comfy game where we can just play along and yeah, kind of trying to see the relationship of the two, yeah, developed. And at the end of the day, they had some ups and downs, but now they kind of figured out everything. Okay, many years by many hands, all the people below play a crucial part in this development. Okay, so now let's give the credit to the guys that deserve the credits. And yes, as I said, this game is just a very slow-paced game, where we're just trying to figure out, or just looking at the relationship between daughter and mom. And at the end of the day, it does have a kind of a happy ending. I mean, sure, we find out that dad didn't die, grandfather didn't die, but he just ran away. But yeah, now we set kind of the end of this chapter. I mean, he might be still out there, or maybe also not, but I think our mom or Opal is kind of done with this. She just closed this chapter, and now she moved to the new chapter. In this case, is moving together with Aunt August. And yeah, they mentioned she has a nice house, so it's great. And I guess it's a good, kind of a good opportunity to also get their both relationship to a better situations. But I don't think there will be a sequel just for that. So I guess this would be the end of our story, or of the story that we will see. But I really like that at the end of the day that mother and daughter got along, and we're able to kind of polish everything out, and at the end of the day everyone is kind of happy and satisfied with how the things turned out. I mean, of course, it's always hard to sometimes realize the truth that our father is not such a good guy after all. I mean, grandma and grandpa was, from the story we already know, they were not meant to be together because they always argue and whatnot. But still, we never thought really about a grandfather as a bad guy. Maybe they just didn't match, grandfather and grandmother. But yeah, now we kind of realize that he was maybe not really the greatest guy. He was into money and doing some illegal stuff. Then moved to Canada and end up being alone and with a lot of alcohol. Just by telling this description, it's probably not the greatest gentleman of all time. But at the end of the day, I think it's yeah, kind of it helps to end the story in a clear way, such that we can close the chapter and be kind of in peace with it. And I think this is exactly what Opal did, that she now will kind of accept that this is how it is, that her father might still be out there somewhere, but yeah, she doesn't want to deal with his story, and it's just, for her, it's just finished. And yeah, so in a sense that this guy might as well be dead, but yeah, she doesn't care anymore. What she's only looking on is obviously the future with his own daughter, her own daughter, trying to figure out the stuff. Maybe make the theater happen, and success again, and yeah, maybe even improve the relationship with her and Aunt August. And I mean, become, and the thing with that, become a professional or poker player. Can you really call it as a gambler? I guess so, because at the end of the day, yeah. Okay, this is hard to say. Before I bring up the comparison with snooker, but in snooker it's more skill based and less luck. I mean, just to be clear, I'm not saying that playing poker is just luck. Also, there you need a lot of skill and body language and knowing when to go forward and when to just stop. But at the end of the day, everything is still decided by the card that you're getting. I mean, you can't change your deck. Like, no matter how good you are, if you have a shitty deck, you just need to be a very convincing liar to win, in a sense, because then your deck will still lose no matter what you do. And this is then the point where I was, I don't know, a little bit more hesitating to say this is not a gambling, because this is much more luck based than any other sports. And yeah, I mean, a father really, I mean, and at the end of the day, really, it is just fact that our father left to Nevada, or escape, if you want to mention it, say it like this, to Nevada. Right after our grandmother got sick. And sure, it's not his grandmother, it's just not his mother, it's just mother-in-law, but still, it gives kind of a bad aftertaste if you just leave if your wife needs you, because she has to take care of her mother and the business is not doing well. But then on the other way, you can also argue that dad is only doing this to do this big step and big gamble because they are not doing well financially, and he just wanna support them with money. But I guess in that situation, for her, his support is much more important than having big money. And also at the end of the day, my dad still doesn't have the big money. So it was, in a sense, you think about it, was not worth it. I mean, sure, if he becomes a poker player and he just won the big money after, I don't know, a year, or how long this was planned, then I guess it would be great. But still, now everything is gone, everything is lost, and he's still not a great poker player with the money. So yeah, so you can't really justify it, because sometimes you can just justify the actions by the means, because I mean, it's still a shitty move, but at the end, if you are really getting the money, then you can kind of still, you can still justify it and say, but at least I got the money. I know I wasn't really the best there, but I'm just trying to help our family financially, and then we kind of understand, But now it's like, I'm still out there doing my own stuff, still didn't get the big money, but trust me, I will bring the money at some point, which we never know if this really happens. And as I said, but grandmother is still gone. So I kind of understand with mom that she doesn't want to be married in such a situation with a guy that doing those decisions. So I think in this case, I'm kind of on mom's side. But of course, I still, yeah, wanna meet Dad and seeing what he has to tell or he has to say. But I guess this one we will not be able to see it in this session or this game. As I said, maybe there's a sequel from the developer, but I don't think so. Like, just how the game ended, I feel like this is a very kind of closing ending. Like, there's no much more to say about this game. Except, I mean, the side stories, but I don't think it makes sense to make a new game or a sequel just for those parts, like an Open Roads 2. So I guess with that, we are at the end of the story, and at the end of this game. And yeah, pretty much that's everything what I want to say here. And of course, I thank every one of you that sticks with me until the end, because I know, I mean, just to be honest here, I see the numbers and I see the engagement, and this game is not everyone's favorite. Let's just put it like this, and this is for me totally understandable, because this is just a very different kind of game than compared to Portable Revolution, which is just the last game that I played. And also not blaming you if you are not interested in the game, because this is also not really a very big AAA game, or also not really a very known game, I think. Like, not really that much people have played this game, and it's just normal that games that are not popular is not pushed by the YouTube algorithm so hard. Which is totally understandable, because at the end of the day, YouTube is still just a business. But I'm not doing this for YouTube, I'm not doing this for money, I'm doing this more or less for myself, and also for all the viewers out there who's watching this game. And sometimes I reach more and sometimes I reach less, but at the end of the day, I just play things that I like, and I really enjoy this game because it was just a very chill game, and you kind of see it's kind of the story itself is not really exciting, but I think it's a very deep meaning regarding the relationship between people, not just between two, but between multiple parties. And at the end of the day, this is kind of the social meaning that I really like in those kind of game. That it's not about the actions, it's not about the interactions or the gameplay, it's more about the story, the sentimental part. And yeah, that's why I also really appreciate for everyone who is sticking with me until now, because then I see that at least I can reach at least one people, or one guy at least. That's why, thanks for playing and thanks for watching this game. And with that, I think that's everything that I have to say. This is everything that I can show you. I mean, the only thing I can do is start or chapter selections if I want to play the whole thing again. But I think that's it for this game. So, as I said, I appreciate that everyone that was watching this game, and as usual, if you like this journey, if you stick until the end with me, please consider to leave a like. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And maybe consider to subscribe to my channel if you wanna see my next game, which I already have something in mind. I have some few options that I wanna choose from, but latest you will figure it out in the next episode what it will be. And if that's it, I wish you guys have a wonderful time and see you in my next episode of the new game. Bye.